Right, first order of business today is to thank one of my subscribers, Matthew Goodwin. He's seen me smoking my e-cigar, took pity on me, and has had this sent to me. Now, the only thing is, with me keep doing these EV posts, there's a lot of people out there that don't like me. And I'm just wondering whether this is the same sort that the Roadrunner sends to Wile E. Coyote. Is it an Acme cigar? I'm not going to smoke it on camera just in case it blows up. I'm going to smoke it, Matthew. Thank you. Thank you so much. Honestly, I appreciate this so much. It really is kind of you. So, I'm fully equipped and I've got my cup of tea. So Polestars, if you just bear with me throughout the beginning of the story, because some may think I'm repeating it, but I'm not. There's a bit of a twist to this, really. It just goes to show you. When I was a kid, I used to play a game with cards, and you'd put all the cards face down, and then you'd pick one up and pick another one up, and see if you could remember where the, two kings were, two jacks, two tens, two threes, and keep doing that. And it improves your memory. At least I think it did. Now, nowadays, there are so many stories coming out on different things. You think, oh, I'm sure I've read something different. I'm sure I've read something different. And then I'm looking back through different magazines and trying to find out the stories. So this, I mean, today, as you know, YouTube now is my livelihood. I enjoy doing that. I enjoy videoing and I enjoy editing. So it's perfect for me. The last couple of years, I've not enjoyed the car business, which I've loved all my life. It's been terrible. It's been absolutely terrible seeing what's happening to it. Seeing what's happening to it by people like this. Now I've got time to do what I want, and I can say what I want without being banned from certain advertising platforms, and not that, not that I think they're that good anymore, to be fair. Or the valuation services, again, they're no good. They're just a joke. They're just an absolute joke. The motoring press, joke. I used to look forward to Motor Trader coming out. As soon as the postman came, I'd be straight out, cellophane wrapper off, and look what was happening. Unfortunately, they seem to just report what other people say and never question it. They just don't. There's no accountability anymore. People can just say what they want, and that's it. And that's, looking at some of the articles, I'm assuming that they're written by ChatGPT or another artificial intelligence, because they're not written by anybody with human intelligence, anybody with car trade intelligence. It's just crap. So let's go the first thing. What put me onto this? I was sat here scratching my head this morning, thinking, what should I do? And funnily enough, I was reading something by Jeff Buys Cars yesterday, and Jeff says that in order to survive on YouTube, he needs to make a video a day that's watched by 30,000 people. Now, Jeff's got a family and a wife. There's just me. So fortunately, I'm not in that position, and I'm not under as much pressure. And I have a load of evergreen content on the internet. Before I started doing this, I used to do instructional videos on how to pair your mobile to your Bluetooth system in your car. how to delete a mobile, how to stream audio, how to set the sat-nav, how to use the parking system, and so on. So I've got a load of evergreen content, and I've got a little bit of a base of subscribers. So I don't need to do that. I don't need to be sensationalist, and I'm not for 1 second suggesting Jeff is, because I love watching his videos, especially this camper van he's doing at the moment. I can't wait for the next episode to come out. But anyway, back to this. So I'm sat here this morning thinking, I've no idea what to make a video about, and then somehow our friend Colin popped up on my timeline, and I thought, thanks, Col. You're a never-ending supply of content, and it's just the way he puts things. Usually, it's one of the emoji hands with this. Now he even annoys me with emojis. But anyway, today, well, actually, it wasn't today. It was April the 14th, and I must stress, I don't follow Colin. I don't follow Colin, and I don't follow Dr. Andy Pandy either, but they just pop up in my timeline. So this, the one I saw before, Polestar boss attacks decision to ease emission targets. UK chief of the electric car maker accuses ministers of doing the opposite, of encouraging people to buy greener cars. And he's put quite. I think that's like a flipping, this. So here we go. Let's go onto the article. Oh, I can't, because I'll tell you why I can't. Because I don't subscribe to the Times. I don't subscribe to any newspapers. I used to get the Times, and I used to get the Sunday Times. All crap now. I just can't be bothered with it. So let's have a look. We'll go to Car Dealer. I think Car Dealer have kind of appropriated the story. Government's relaxation of ZEV mandate kicks the can down the road, Polestar UK boss. Now remember that phrase, kicks the can down the road, because that's what pre-registrations are doing. Polestar boss kicks the can down the road. Polestar UK boss Matt Galvin hits out at all changes to ZEV mandate. He calls tweaks frustrating and will be a disaster in 2029. It's a disaster now. It's already been a disaster. By 2029, oh, crikey. Chief renews calls for incentives and VAT cuts. He renews calls. Why? You're already getting, on salary sacrifice and so on, you're already getting massive tax relief. You're already getting it knocked off your wages before you're taxed. There's already massive incentives. They're already knocking a fortune off new ones to try and sell them. When you weigh up, really, everybody should have an electric car because they cost you nothing. Technically, unless you're buying it with your own money and you're private or you're retired like I am. This article's by James Batchelor. I used to have a lot of time for James, and I don't know why, but somehow I'm not liking his stories lately. Polestar UK bosses hit out at the government's decision to relax the ZEV mandate, calling it frustrating and kicks the can down the road. Earlier this month, the government reported the outcome of its consultation into the 2030 new petrol and diesel cars ban, announcing that the date will stay in place and hybrids will be allowed to be sold until 2035. Well, they're not really hybrids. They may as well just put a plastic battery in because nobody uses them. The large, even the EV shills, they don't think hybrids are electric vehicles. Andy Pandy, he says, what does he say? Why he thinks, I don't know what he says. He comes out with all sorts these days. Additionally, the rules around hitting the strict ZEV mandate were tweaked. Now let's be honest, it was anything but strict, because you could borrow sales from the future. You don't have to make good on it till 2028. You can buy carbon credits off another manufacturer. You can sell lots of low emission vehicles like for instance hybrids, like for instance small engine cars. And when I say sell, you know I don't mean sell, don't you? You know I mean pre-register at the end of the year and the end of the quarter and whenever you need to do it. Or basically kick the can down the road. Now Polestar, they only make EVs, don't they? So they don't have to do anything. So the more EVs they sell, the better they are. And to be honest, they should be in a position like Tesla to sell their carbon credits, because they've no petrols, they've no diesels, just electric. Every one of theirs counts towards their ZEV target. So what's he talking about? Among the changes are allowing manufacturers more time to borrow and bank credits, and slashing the fine imposed on car makers for every car that misses the mandate quota from £15,000 to £12,000. It's not slashing, is it? It's really not slashing. Speaking to car dealer this week, Galvin, is that his name, Galvin? Galvin, it'd be funny if his second name was Ised, wouldn't it? Galvin vented his frustration at the government's decision to tweak the mandate. The Polestar chief once again called for ministers to introduce incentives for consumers, which could range from a temporary halt on VAT on new EV car sales and revising the expensive car supplement threshold to $52,000 to reflect inflation. Now what surprises me is, getting back to that card game, remembering where the cards were. Let's see when this one, he's mad now, April the 16th, 2025, he's mad, kicking the can down the road, frustrating, disaster, got his arms full there but smiling, so he doesn't look mad. He doesn't look mad, does he? He can't, I'm not sure what he looks. But anyway, so that's the 16th of April. Oh, April 15th. At 7:50, it was James Batchelor as well. At 7:57 a.m. And this one, James Batchelor at 7:30. He's an early riser, James. Polestar enjoys a 185% sales boom as it targets more models and dealerships. Sales boomed to just under 3,700 in quarter one. Polestar is now fastest growing European brand, SMMT. UK boss gives car dealer more details on retail plans. Let's see, who's the... Oh, Polestar CEO here is Michael Loscheller. Now, Polestar has signed off. I mean, one of them put on LinkedIn that he'd got a gagging order and he couldn't release this news. Polestar has signed off on a 185% increase in UK sales in quarter one as it continues to grow its presence in the UK market with more models and dealerships. The Swedish electric brand delivered 3,695 cars in quarter one, a 185% year-on-year rise, new figures show. April 15th, 2025, April 16th, 2025, the performance has led the Society of Motor Manufacturers and Traders, SMMT, to declare Polestar to be the fastest growing European car brand in the UK. Polestar has now delivered 37,000 cars, consisting of 2, 3 and 4 models, in the 5 years since it launched in the UK. On a global level, the first quarter saw Polestar sell 12,304 cars in quarter one, 2025, a rise of 76% on quarter one last year. Michael Loscheller, Polestar CEO, said, "We are on the right track and doing the right things. I'm pleased with the progress we're making in transforming our commercial operations. with a more active selling model, more retail partners and attractive cars. We are delivering results. At the same time, we are monitoring closely and assessing the volatile geopolitical environment and will adapt as needed. So that's in the space of 24 hours, isn't it? Kicking the can down the road. Sales. The Swedish electric brand delivered 3,695 cars in Q1. I would question the use of the word delivered. What I would say is taxed, registered, not delivered. Okay? There was also some story about used Polestars as well. Because in order to have a successful new car business, you have to have a very successful used car business. Used Polestars kicking the can down the road. What would you say? What would you say if a company registered a load of, pre-registered a load of vehicles in 2023, and in say July 2023, when all the SMMT here, who the performance has led the Society of Motor Manufacturers and Traders, SMMT, to declare Polestar to be the fastest growing European car brand in the UK. Now the SMMT also said in July 2023 that EVs were flying off the shelves and being registered every 60 seconds. So, say I go to Auto Trader, I put in Polestar, I put in 2023, up to 500 miles. And I also just make sure that, yep, we were on most recent. And I make sure that I've got AT price tracker enabled. Worth its weight in gold. If you're buying a car and you're searching Auto Trader, you need AT price tracker. It's free on Chrome, okay? As a Chrome extension, it's free. This is what it shows you. For instance, if this wasn't on, in fact, I'll knock it off. Let me knock it off. AT price tracker isn't on there. So I come on Auto Trader, look, and I see there's a load of Polestars here. This 16, they're all 2023 and they've all done less than 500 miles from 2023. Here we go. Some of them haven't even got photographs. Some of them have got exactly the same miles like these at the bottom, look. 69, 69. Battery health score, 99 out of 100. It's done 69 miles and was registered 2023 and 73. Doesn't tell you a whole lot, does it? I mean, let's have a look. Like this one, 77 miles. 77 miles, 2023, 73. Again, doesn't tell you a whole lot, does it? That does. 2 owners. 77 miles, 2023, 2 owners. When was it registered? Was registered 31st of 12th, 2023. That's what I would call kicking the can down the road. In fact, that's a prime example. What's he called? Galvin. Kicks the can down the road, Galvin. Registering a vehicle on the 31st of 12th, 2023. Not only kicks the can down the road, but it devalues your product. Because less than 12 hours later, there's going to be a 2024, isn't there? There's going to be a 2024 73 registered Polestar. So that one that you've registered on New Year's Eve has to be substantially cheaper because technically it's a year older. Now let's just go and have, we'll now put on AT price tracker. Manage extensions, AT price tracker on, back to Auto Trader, back to results. and then refresh. And here we go. Look at this one. Dual motor. Listed on the 17th of 4th, 2025. It's a 2023 73. Oh. That was registered September 2023. Just advertised on the 17th. Another one just advertised on the 17th. One advertised on the 16th. Another one on the 16th. 16th of 4th. We're on the 22nd, are we? 21st. We're on 14th of the 4th. 14th of the 4th. 14th of the 4th. 14th of the 4th. 12th of the 4th. 11th of the 4th, 8th of the 4th, 8th of the 4th, 7th of the 4th, 7th of the 4th. All those vehicles have been advertised. All those vehicles that were pre-registered in 2023 were advertised just this month. Just like there was a load last month and just like there was a load the month before. Because in 2023, Polestar kicked these cans down the road to pretend they'd sold more vehicles than they had. That's the only reason. What other reason could there be? Because there was no fines back then. So they weren't pre-registered those to sell carbon credits. There's no fines. They were pre-registering them to lie about statistics. They were pre-registering them so that the SMMT can say that they're the fastest growing vehicle manufacturer. 2023. Baz, okay. Let's just go 2024. See, now that one there, that's an advert. That's for a Polestar long range. Polestar pre-owned. It's done 201 miles. It won't have done 201 miles, but you know, let's give them the benefit of the doubt. Description. When was that registered? 24th of the 10th, 2024. So that's an advert. The one next to it, all right, that's an advert there, look, and it's been reduced by 2,760. The one next to it, listed today, this has done 200 miles. Listed today. Oh look, it's got two owners. 2024, 73. Got two owners. When was it registered? 3rd of the 1st, 2024. So that was registered a day after the other one. It's got two owners. So it's been reported sold new, kick the can down the road there. Then it's been reported sold used, kick the used can down the road there. Because that's built up, you see, it's not gone anywhere and it's already got two sales. Fourteenth of the 4th, another one, Polestar 3. Polestar 3, 14th of the 4th. 2nd of the 4th. Oh, those actually go back to, oh, well, obviously, oh, look at these. Minus 3,500, what's that? That's a 2024 74. Well, I've done this in a different video. 3,500. When did they put it down there? 1st of the 4th. 9.5 grand down. 2,760. What's that? 2024 74. Then we've got a load of Polestar 3s. 2024 74. Down 5 grand, down 6 grand, down 7 grand. Going up, isn't it? The older they get, the more they go. Let's just have a look at this. Polestar 4. When was it registered? 30th of the 9th, 2024. There they are. It's only done 100 miles, so it hasn't gone anywhere. let's just have another look at James here from Car Dealer. He's written another story here. Road test, Polestar 3 and 4 electric SUVs are cool, posh and ultra desirable. Polestar has grown its range with 2 newer SUVs. We try them for the first time. Polestar has been quietly gathering momentum since it arrived in the UK 5 years ago. It has shifted over 35,000 cars in that time. Not remarkable at first glance, but staggering when you realise one model has predominantly been doing the heavy lifting. That'll be the one model that's still for sale with delivery miles with 2 owners. Polestar 2 is a previous electric tow car of the year winner, and the Caravan and Motorhome Club doesn't give that award to any old EV. But even a strong brand like Polestar can't carry on with just one model. So we're meeting the new 3 and 4 look. Polestar 4s, pre-registered, not sold. Kick the can down the road there, haven't they? 2025-25s, listed 14th of the 4th, 2025, 18th of the 4th, 2025, 16th of the 4th, 2025, 16th of the 4th, 16th of the 4th, 14th of the 4th, 14th of the 4th, 12th of the 4th, 12th of the 4th, 11th of the 4th, 11th of the 4th, 14th of the 4th. That must be an ad. Yeah, you may also like... Oh, that's a brand new one, because even though I've put in that I want to use one, Autotrader, I think, well, I'll just stick this in front of him because it's our leasing company. And it's a Polestar 2. 7th of the 4th, 7th of the 4th, 7th of the 4th, 7th of the 4th, 28th of the 3rd. I'm thinking it's Polestars that are kicking stuff down the road. Why report that sales are up 185% one day, and the day after, the firm that's famous for kicking the can down the road is moaning? Does it make any sense to you? Can you understand why that would be? Can you see that it's all smoke and mirrors? Nobody knows how many. I mean, one day, when I first noticed it, I think they put up 80 odd used Polestars with delivery miles on. And that was, just on one day, it was 10% of the amount they'd registered that month. Just on one day. And that's just the tip of the iceberg, because, as I said at the time, you don't duplicate adverts. You know, you just don't. It's stupid. Why advertise effectively what is the same car? Kind of, I mean, for instance, let's just go back to 2023s, because I did notice something. 2023. If we go down to the bottom here, you'll see there 69 miles 2023 73, 69 miles 2023 73, and you think, well, that car 360, that's got to be the same one. But no, they're different registration numbers. Don't believe anything, honestly. Don't believe any headlines. Don't believe any reports about how good they're selling. Don't believe any reports about how good the used cars are selling. It's all bull. It's all absolute bull. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.